earnings, would you say that banks are still a long way off from getting their houses in order?
Yes, I would tend to agree with that. The sort of the running theme through all of them is cost cutting, restructuring, and pretty much trying to get compliant for the tier 1 cap review that's coming up later on in the year. So it does seem to be that everybody is kind of doing the same thing, trying to get the house in order after sort of years of squandering, really.
Of course, the other strong theme is weak investment banking as well. HSBC's Q1 profits slumped 20% because of that, due in part to that. Do we need to see more banks mirroring what UBS has done, shrinking their investment banks and basically getting rid of riskier trading activities?
Yes, I think that seems to be the model that people are working towards. I mean, as you rightly said, UBS have done just that and have benefited as a result. And I think with the tier 1 capital review coming up, I think they have to get rid of anything that is sort of seen as risky and get it off their balance sheet. I mean, if you look at HSBC, they've axed something like 40,000 jobs and got rid of something like 60 businesses over the last 3 years. So it seems to be that that's the model that people are going to be focusing on.
Yeah, but HSBC is saying there's more to come as well. Ahead of the AQR, I mean, you talked about capital requirements. Today, the Swiss financial regulator published what has been seen as tighter capital requirements. I'll just read it out to you. UBS and Credit Suisse must reach minimum capital requirements of 19.2% and 16% of risk-weighted assets, respectively, in 2019. And in terms of unweighted leverage ratio, it needs to be 4.6% for UBS and 4% for Credit Suisse. Do you agree with this, or do you think the Swiss have gone a bit too far?
Well, I think people are still very concerned about banks and their risk, and it's the sort of once bitten twice shy scenario of the damage we saw from sort of 2008. So I think people are going to urge sort of slightly on the side of caution, and I think that's why we're seeing these sort of rather stringent restrictions placed on the banks.